Hi, hello, and welcome all to Campus Spotlight, the exclusive radio station of IIT Palakkad. This is your host RJ Neel, and I welcome all of you again to our new show, Tea Talks, a chat show with our dearest teachers. For this episode, we have on board one of the most favorite teachers of our college, a teacher with a lot of experience and a man with a golden heart, our very own Kutty sir. Welcome, sir, to the show. Hello, sir. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Yeah, how are you,
Hi,
sir?
Varshith.
How is your post-retirement life going?
Uh, okay, nice. I'm getting used to this leisurely pace. This is under lockdown, not seeing many people. So many students, many known faces, but my family members are all here. So that way it's a relaxed life, getting used to it, trying to enjoy it, trying to read, etc.
Yeah, so are you missing the hustle of college?
Yes, sir, I miss IIT Palakkad. Certainly. I
Yeah.
miss all of you.
Yeah, sure. So we also miss you, sir. So, sir,
Yes.
how did you find your passion? Can you just tell us your story?
You mean how I what do you call chose my profession and came up and all that?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, basically, I was interested in science when I, as a high school student, yes, after high school, I went to pre-degree in a college. It is the present plus two, which in my time used to be in a college, in colleges. And then the students used to appear for the science talent exam, which the NCERT conducts at that stage. I wrote the exam, and I got selected. Then I went to a bigger college for my degree, Bachelor of Science, in Ernakulam. And as a part of that, I could attend one or two summer schools in different parts of the country, and I met my peers from other places. So that was good. Then I went to my postgraduate in chemistry, IIT Madras. After that, I was interested in, I was attracted by this BARC, Baba Atomic Research Center training scheme, where they take postgraduate students, those who have completed postgraduate, give you a year of training in orientation in nuclear science and technology, then absorb you in the Department of Atomic Energy as scientific officers doing research in various divisions of the department. So I liked that kind of a thing. And then I came to a place near Chennai, Kalpakkam, the Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research, as it is called now. And then I was in the chemistry department. And since I was from IIT Madras, I was considered for joint projects with IIT Madras. I could also do my PhD as a sponsored candidate from the department. And then I was also interested in teaching. Then after my PhD and all that, when the Homi Bhabha National Institute came up, I got an opportunity to also teach the pre-PhD students. I could also guide one or two of my junior scientists to PhD degree. And then when this IIT Palakkad came up, IIT Madras was the mentor institution, and I was retiring that year and coming to this place, Shornor, which is in Palakkad district. And the chemistry HOD, head of the department, told me that, no, you must not go and rest, go to IIT. And he spoke to Professor Sunil And then I came there and I liked the place. It's precisely what I wanted to do. And that was in this state and then in my district. And basically I liked those things. And I liked this research that I was doing. And all that background helped me. I enjoyed. I don't know whether that is what you wanted me to say.
No, no, that's exactly what we wanted, sir. That was truly inspirational. Sir, may I ask why chemistry?
Yeah, see, at that time, the Science Talent Scholarship was available for basic sciences only. And engineering was not so much the sought after thing at that time. So the idea was to do science and pursue it with a PhD degree and get into research in, we were all thinking of the national labs and DARC and all at that time. Like some institute like IIT, DARC, etc. So I was fine with maths, physics, chemistry, any of those. I was in that line. After 10th standard, we used to branch off to maths, physics, chemistry or maths, physics, biology or the humanities. So I wanted maths, so I took that line, maths, physics, chemistry. And why chemistry precisely? Because chemistry department was the well-known department in that college where I went, Maharajas College, Ernakulam, Cochin. So I wanted to go there.
Okay, sir. Sir, what was your MSc thesis based on?
During this MSc in IIT Madras, there is a one semester project. The fourth semester is project. So my MSc thesis was in solid state chemistry, and solid state chemistry incidentally was my favorite subject also at that time. And it was one of my electives. And it so happened that the project I was doing came out very well. And then they said, my supervisor gave me the credit saying that I had done the measurements carefully and systematically. These experiments, that was a very nice introduction to research. I was handheld, led by hand to doing research. And we had to take measurements systematically from room temperature to 300 degrees and take the data and analyze. So it occurred to me that since you sit at night after dinner and measure temperature systematically, then why not do the measurements in the reverse direction also? So like that, the things were interesting and we found something. I found some variation and then I pointed it out to them that this is coming. I will repeat and see whether it is an artifact. But then it was coming repeatedly. So they also got interested in that and we slightly did some more experiments. So we could write a journal paper on that. Of course, I wrote the manuscript and gave to them and went off to BRC. It was published later with my name also in that. So I liked it very much without my knowing that I was into research. I was thinking that I was finishing the formalities, fulfilling the requirements of the MSc degree. But it came out as a good thesis and also a paper was produced. The exact title was the reduction of metal oxide by hydrogen, by a phenomenon called hydrogen spillover. So this was a topic, some variant of this throughout stayed with me in my career. This branch of solid state chemistry, solid state reactions, surface phenomena, particle size, nanomaterials, all these things were related to it. Measurements on solids, electrical properties of solids, and that incidentally was also my my PhD was also on this related topics. So measurements on the solid state, studies on the solid state properties of certain systems, material systems of relevance to nuclear technology. So I got into some fields that were very relevant and current at that time, like development of materials for nuclear waste immobilization, disposal. So that is basic solid state chemistry, basic material science, materials research. And that was also an opening to this bigger field like waste management. Radioactive waste management is one field. Waste management of different types of waste is a big field in itself. And as in other waste management fields, in radioactive waste management also, you could think of schemes by which you could produce wealth from the waste, like removal of valuable radioactive elements like americium, iodine, cesium, etc., for applications in the medical field, etc. So that was an exposure to a bigger field, a relevant field. So that's how things came out. I was lucky that I was taken to all these fields by my
sir.
my mentors and friends.
Yeah, all these topics seem really interesting, although they seem to go over my head. So
You're all coming into it. Are you are second year now?
I'm first year, sir. I'm in second year now. Yeah, I am 2019 batch.
Yeah.
Okay, so there must be at least one situation where you lost all your patients while doing your MSc. So how did you tackle that?
Yes. Yeah. Let me put it like this. You're asking me when I felt whether it was the right thing that I am doing, whether I felt at some point whether this is what I wanted to do or something like that.
No, sir. Were you frustrated at any time that you're not getting the required results you wanted or something like that?
No. Yeah. Indeed. For MSc, as I said, I did in IIT Madras, and I had gone from my conventional university system to that place. At that time, in the universities, conventional universities, the system was very long drawn one, very, very leisurely thing. Whereas in the IIT, in the IIT every month there is a quiz and then you have to do well and things like that.
Yeah.
So it is fast paced in IITs. It was so even at that time. So that was I felt a little disconnect at that time, and I took some time to get used to it. But I made it up, and by the time this project period started, third and fourth semester, no, I didn't have any problem. In fact, everything worked so well because the big labs are there, and if you have the sample, you can go and touch because the systems are there, equipment is there, people are ready to help you because there are PhD post doctoral people, and if you will go with a sample, and they are only keen to help you and see how your results come and things like that. So that was the most enjoyable time for me. In fact, I was encouraged greatly in that phase. Like I was lucky that day. That's why I said I was really lucky.
So, sir, what is your advice to all the students who feel frustrated?
People may be frustrated a little bit now because of this lockdown and online thing, and you are not able to rub shoulders with your peers in real space. So that I think that I would say is only a passing phase. Maybe this semester is lost like that. Things have happened like this before in recent history. So this is only a passing phase. it will come back. Things will be back to normal. And this is the time when you are as the going says, when you are the hardest hit, you should not choose to quit. So that is the time when you should show your mettle to stick through this, to
Right.
walk through this,
Right, sir.
and come out.
That's really good advice. I truly hope that like everything gets back to normal after this semester.
Yes, we can hope so. I feel we should be able to come out of this at least by the next semester beginning.
Okay, sir. So, what made you join IIT Palakkad, and how was it different from your life at Homi Baba National Institute?
No, at the Department of Atomic Energy, I was a full-time researcher and doing this teaching at HBNI during the semesters. That is thrice a week in a semester. So I was doing this material science course, only that course. That too to 3 PhD students. So, and I was also involved in the syllabus making and that academic administration a little bit as the convener of the standing committee or something like the department faculty there. Otherwise, I was doing most of the time research and then a little administration. I was a division head towards the end of my career. And then some 75 people were there in the division. But I enjoyed this working with my juniors who were doing PhD was there. That work was my responsibility. And then teaching. Then when I retired from there, this IIT thing was a pleasant, what I call welcome thing. Well, there again it was teaching BTech first because MSc came later. So I was doing BTech teaching and lab. So lab is the place where at least in chemistry you learn things. So I like that. And there also later a little bit of administration came. But since I was, I had a previous exposure, at least a little exposure, I could readily take to it and enjoy.
So,
Neel?
yeah, I'm here. So,
Yeah.
how were you able to manage being both student affairs dean and a researcher?
In IIT Palakkad, I was not doing research because I was not involved in any research. I was doing only teaching a little and then this student dean work. Teaching research was in fact done initially it was only BTech, no? When the MSc thing came. By that time the young faculty members had joined. So that was started by them. Research was started by them.
Right. So, were there any difficulties you faced as dean?
No, I did not feel any difficulty. I fully enjoyed that. Because there were a lot of people, the wardens were there, and then faculty advisors were there, the advisor student matters, Mr. Samuel was there. So, and for all these things, administration is also a little bit like science. You do something systematically, you know something has to be done. If precisely this thing cannot be done, you see what the next best is and try to do that and be transparent.
Right, sir.
Be objective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there like a single proudest moment in your life where you have felt just super proud?
In my life,
Yeah.
I have not thought about it actually, but I felt getting the science talent test from a small town, and then going to a big city for education, and then going to BRC, and then coming to IIT and work as a professor at IIT and things like that. No one single thing, but a few things like this.
Yeah, sir. Uh, Sir, apart from teaching, is there anything that interests you?
Yes, I like to read. I like to travel. And I also like to see movies and listen to music and things like that. But reading is it's something that you can do anytime. So I was doing that. I'm interested in that. That's how I spend most of my time nowadays.
Right. So, sir, a little bit more personal question. Which phase of your life did you enjoy the most, as a student or as a professor?
Certainly as a student, because there at that time, you have you have no worry. You have no worry. You have exams and things like that. For that, of course, you can manage somehow. Once you tackle the initial difficulties. So certainly, the student phase is the most enjoyable thing in everybody's life. At least it was so in my life.
Sir, I can assure you, students don't feel like that.
I see.
So, okay, sorry, sir.
It's so. I do not know why it is so, but I used to observe the students, and I did not think they are particularly, you people were particularly unhappy. At least nothing came to me.
No, not in